Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I will talk about the second house in astrology in the birth chart, and more specifically about the planet placements in this house, and I will briefly discuss what they mean. Now I will look at it from a career and money making point of view, as the second house stands for finances, income, possession, self-worth, self-esteem, and also our abilities to obtain wealth, to accumulate wealth, to earn money, and generally our relationship with finances as well. So let's start from the first planet, from the Sun. The Sun is one of the most important planets in our birth chart, and wherever the Sun is shining its light, this is the area of our life where we are likely to have lessons to learn and challenges to overcome as well. So here with the Sun in this house, there is a strong need and desire to develop personal values, skills, in order to achieve a sense of individuality. And here the challenge is to define what is it that makes you feel secure. Is it your money situation, or is it the resources, possessions that you have? And a sense of power, a sense of self-worth is usually achieved through accumulation of wealth and money. Now, with this placement, there is a tendency sometimes for status seeking, or alternatively for showiness, for showing off what you've got in terms of resources, possessions, or how much money you earn. So this is one of the negative manifestations of this placement. However, people with this placement can also be generous with their resources, with their possessions, with their finances, but sometimes they might also expect some kind of recognition in return. The important qualities that should be developed with this placement are strength, courage, and a sense of authority. And if you do develop them, then you are likely to have a better luck with your finances, better relationship, and it will be easier to accumulate money, wealth, possessions as well. Now, with the moon in this house, so the moon is also an important placement, and the moon rules our feelings, our emotions. So here we strongly emotionally identify with our possessions, with our income, and our financial situation has a strong impact on our emotional being. So here, if our finances are not great, we might feel miserable. We might have anxiety as well. If it's the other way around, we will be emotionally content and satisfied. Also with this placement, there could be a strong sentimental attachment to material objects, especially if they have some sentimental value. So maybe it's a memory from some important event, or maybe it's something that you inherited through your family. So there could be a tendency to possessiveness as well with this kind of object. And also, since the moon is a fast-moving planet in astrology, here the moon is very changeable. So your financial situation could also be very changeable, inconsistent. So money could be coming in, coming out, and there could be some ups and downs every now and then. Now, here with this placement, the jobs that are quite popular with this placement are the jobs that are surrounded around nurturing. So this could be working in a restaurant, hotel, generally hospitality industry, also taking care of others, so maybe a care home or looking after children, but also a state agent, interior designer as well, or a chef. Moving on, Mercury. So Mercury, the planet of communication, mind. So here, people with this placement are very intellectual, and they make very good bankers, people who work in finance, bookkeepers, accountants. They are very good with numbers, and their minds are very stimulated as well. Also, they've got an analytical approach to money making, lots of different ideas. They are generally interested in matters concerning money making. There's also an interest in material objects, how they work. If Mercury is well aspected in the birth chart, then there could be a tendency for good deals, making good deals in sales, for example. Now, moving on, let's talk about Venus. Venus in the second house. So this is actually one of the best placements for the second house. Venus is the planet that rules the second house. And this is a wonderful placement for Venus. Venus attracts beneficial energies, positive experiences that could lead to some financial gains. And here with Venus, there could also be an expensive taste. So people with this placement often enjoy buying things that are beautiful, and also they could be quite expensive, quite luxurious as well. They also have a good eye for beauty, and they've got this great sense of fairness and diplomacy. So if making any deals with others or trying to negotiate something, they try to be fair and well balanced so that both parties are equally rewarded. And here with this placement, an income could be earned through doing something connected to art, beauty, marketing, in terms of marketing of beauty products, makeup, fashion, and also something to do with finance as well, because Venus also rules finances. Now Mars in the second house. So here, when I think about Mars in the second house, I think about a movie called The Wolf of Wall Street. Only because there is a tendency sometimes to have this aggressive, impulsive, dynamic approach to money making. It also depends how Mars is aspected, especially if there is some challenging aspects going on. So then there could definitely be some impulsiveness and some aggression when trying to earn your income or fight for your income or fight for your values or anything like this. Now, Mars in the second house gives you this assertiveness. And there is this great desire to enjoy the material world. People with this placement are good at initiating new projects, something to do with accumulating more wealth, more resources. They also are not afraid to take risks when making money. There's also a tendency for impulse purchases, especially since money and possessions give them a sense of power and strength. Now Jupiter in the second house, this is the second best placement for this house. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, luck, abundance. It's a fantastic planet to have in your second house. Jupiter gives you this great optimism and towards money making. Also, Jupiter is about expansion. So here you could have this great luck at expanding your resources, possessions, ideas towards money making. If Jupiter is well aspected, so here I'm talking about trine or sextile towards other planets, so let's say Jupiter trine or sextile Saturn, this aspect could bring long-term financial benefits. Jupiter trine or sextile Mars, people with this placement are able to make money, more money than they spend. However, if Jupiter is badly aspected towards Mars, then money could be spent faster than earned. Personal safety comes through abundance and accumulation of wealth. And good jobs with this placement will be something connected to higher education, import, export, generally international business affairs, also teaching, travel, tourism, and law as well. All right, so let's move to Saturn. Oftentimes with Saturn, there is a kind of delay because Saturn is a karmic planet. So there could be lessons that need to be learned first, in order to achieve financial fulfillment. And here with this placement, there could be, from what I've seen in other people's charts, There could be financial difficulties in childhood, and perhaps some insecurities as well as a result of that, or a feeling of inadequacy. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing it well. So this could be happening in the early stage of life. And as a result of that, when people with displacement grow up, they have this great strength and desire to accumulate their wealth and resources and money by themselves. And this is how they will reach fulfillment and a self-worth. If someone hands things to them, money, resources, possessions, they will not feel as satisfied, as fulfilled as if they do it themselves. So there will be something will be lacking here if they don't achieve this financial fulfillment by themselves. So here Saturn in the second house, even though it could mean initial struggles, financial struggles, there could really be some really rewarding opportunities and lessons and experiences accumulated with time. Now with Uranus, so Uranus, the planet of unexpected events, sudden events. So people with displacement usually don't fit in a 9-to-5 role. They usually are better as freelancers or self-employed people, and they could have some really original and unique ideas for money making. Financial situation could be inconsistent. There could be some unexpected financial gain or losses. Now with Neptune is the mystical planet, and Neptune here is a planet that can bring a lot of confusion around finances, especially if there is only Neptune in the second house. So here there will be lessons, there will be lots of lessons that a native or an individual needs to learn about money, because it will be quite hard to understand how to manage, how to handle finances, how to accumulate wealth. Also, there could be people with displacement might not feel very materialistic even. So even if they have possessions or resources, they might not feel that fulfilled. So here with displacement, there is definitely a need to learn how to manage your finances well and how to handle them. Also, displacement is connected to healers, spirituality as well, poetry, artistic ventures, but also chemistry. And finally, we reached Pluto. So Pluto here in the second house is quite intense. So there could be this very intense and powerful urge to make money. And here Pluto could bring some really big transformation in a person's life. So this could be, for example, if someone didn't have money growing up, then he or she could go through a huge transformation at some point in their life and become very wealthy. So definitely some death and rebirth experiences with displacement. Also, there could be some secrecy or mystery surrounded around money making. So these people with displacement might not want to reveal how much they earn, or they could be quite secretive about what they own, what they have. They might not have this urge, need, or desire to tell others about their values, about their possessions. And with displacement, jobs that are popular with displacement are jobs connected to police, psychology, and detective work. And we've reached the last placement of the second house. And thank you very much. I will be making more videos about career astrology in the upcoming weeks. So thanks again, and bye for now.